Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel, History and Art Secrets. Are you ready for a new journey in search of knowledge? Maltese Falcon is a 1941 American film noir in which a San Francisco private detective tangles with three unscrupulous adventurers, all searching for a jeweled falcon statuette. Written and directed by John Huston, in his directorial debut, the film is based on the 1930 novel The Maltese Falcon, by Dashiell Hammett and is a remake of the 1931 film of the same name. It stars Humphrey Bogart as Detective Sam Spade, Mary Astor as his femme fatale client, and Peter Lorre and Sidney Greenstreet as villains. The film premiered in New York on October 3, 1941, and was an immediate success. It was one of the first films selected by the Library of Congress for inclusion in the National Film Registry. In 1539, the Knights of Malta paid homage to Charles V of Spain by sending him a golden falcon studded with gems, but pirates seized the galley carrying it. The author of the novel had worked as a private detective in San Francisco. Sam Spade is a fictional character, while the other characters were based on people he had actually known. The Fat Man character was based on Maundy Gregory, an overweight British entrepreneur involved in the search for lost treasure, while the character of Joel Cairo was based on a criminal Hammett arrested for forgery in 1920. Warner Bros. Purchased the rights to the novel and made an adaptation the following year starring Ricardo Cortez and Bebe Daniels. The film closely followed the novel, including references to homosexuality, which made it unfit for release under the Motion Picture Production Code, which refused to grant permission. Years later, while preparing for his directorial debut, John Huston planned the film down to the smallest detail, ensuring the production stayed within its $400,000 budget and ensuring no lines of dialogue were cut from the final cut. Except for a few nighttime exterior shots, the entire film was shot in sequence. Huston had been warned not to show excessive alcohol use, but the director objected, claiming that Spade was a heavy drinker. Bogart was not the first choice to play the lead. The role had originally been offered to George Raft, but he turned it down because he didn't want to work with an inexperienced director. Huston was grateful that Bogart accepted the role, which solidified their friendship and laid the groundwork for further films. Bogart thus became the archetypal detective. For Caspar Gutman, Huston chose stage actor Sidney Greenstreet, who was 61 years old and had never appeared in a film. Filming took place at Warner Bros. Studios from June 9 to July 18, 1941, with some filming on August 8. Fred Sexton, an American artist, sculpted the Maltese Falcon statuette for the film, and several 11.5-inch tall examples were made. One of the falcons was auctioned in 1994 for $398,500. Variety called the film one of the finest examples of an action-packed, suspenseful detective story. It received 3 Oscar nominations: Best Picture, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Adapted Screenplay. The story was adapted for radio several times. Warner Bros. Was initially lukewarm about Peter Lorre, but Huston noted that he had a rare combination of intelligence, innocence, and sophistication. Actress Mary Astor stated that every shot in the film was written on paper, leaving little room for improvisation. If you enjoyed this video story, please like it and share it on your social media. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel, History and Art Secrets, to stay up to date with our latest news. Thank you. Hello and welcome.